Welcome, everyone, to the Appalachian Liturgy Top 5. I am Justin Stacy.
I'm Brooke, actually.
And I'm Justin Bowling.
And first and foremost, welcome back, Brooke. We missed
Thanks.
you.
Yeah.
I know. I hated to miss last week. I was just so exhausted, and we were still doing stuff around the clock, and sleep was a premium.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
Well,
glad
you missed a great topic as well.
I know. I was so excited about it. I mean, you've got to understand that right now, Daniel the Tiger is about the only way we're getting these breathing treatments done. So my love affair for Mr. Rogers is just like increasing exponentially right now.
Yeah, I was curious if it was increasing or if it was decreasing because you're watching it so much.
Yeah.
No, I mean, what's really bad is I find myself singing the song even when we're not playing it. And but there's all these episodes about being sick and getting shots. And so it's great.
That's good stuff.
I mean, at some point I'm gonna get sick of it, but
has Daniel Tiger started promoting the vaccine yet? Because apparently Sesame Street did, and they're in all kinds of,
No, I mean, there is an episode about getting shots and how vaccines keep you from getting sick, and they're not like regular medicine. And but that was filmed a couple years ago,
right?
I think.
So it wouldn't be.
There was one special that came out though in the middle of last year that was about vaccines. So yes.
Oh, really?
It may be that one. Yeah. So we're too cheap to pay for the PBS subscription, so it's like the same 10 Daniel the Tiger episodes over and over again. So, but listen, when you're given,
so you really know those songs.
Yes, like yes, and it's all the same tune, really. So, yeah, I mean, we're even breaking out into like 4-part harmonies and stuff in the house with it, and yeah, everybody. But it's so cute because when Daniel the Tiger comes on, Hudson gets so excited and smiles and starts laughing, and so I mean, it is what it is. But
that's amazing. Fred Rogers' wife, she actually said that in the show, Daniel Tiger was the closest thing to Fred in real life of anyone, including Fred the character that he, the on-screen character, that Daniel Tiger was more him than anybody. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Well, I have a huge appreciation. I'm just saying. I mean, we're giving treatments every 3.5 to 4 hours still, and then steroid treatments on top of that. So I mean, you can imagine how much Daniel the Tiger we're consuming in our house.
Well, I hope Hudson heals
just
soon.
A plug for those around who are going to be around babies. I mean, be careful. Don't be kissing them if you just think you're suffering from allergies, because the common cold put little man in the hospital. So, and we were points away from intubating.
Oh, wow.
So, because the oxygen levels. So, just saying.
Well, yeah. We're so glad he's back home, though.
Definitely.
Yeah. Welcome to my TED Talk.
All right. Well, to our top 5. Appalachian Liturgy Top 5 Debate. So this week we are doing for Thanksgiving, we are doing the top 5 Thanksgiving side dishes. So I thought this may be controversial. I doubt it. I mean,
I almost feel like my list is too agreeable.
Right.
I almost wanted to throw something else in there.
Same. I tried to mix mine up, at least one of them, just so that I could be controversial, and you all could say this is not right. But yeah, I had to force it because this was an easy top 5 list. So who wants to go first?
So I know we didn't talk about desserts, but there might be a dessert on my list.
I thought about that too. I was like, is a dessert a side dish? Maybe.
I mean, it is if you eat it with your meal, right?
That's true. Okay. All right, Brooke, do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. So I'm so glad that we were including turkey, because I'm really not a turkey fan. I mean, and here's my issue. Let me just get this up straight. I love turkey, but most people cook it till it's sawdust. It's so dry. And at that point, you might as well just be eating cardboard.
You ever tried dipping it in water?
Listen, if you're going to serve me turkey and you've cooked it to death, there better be a huge pot of gravy. somewhere.
This reminds me of the Christmas Vacation.
That's exactly-
This turkey taste.
Yeah.
Cut it open and
So, and I have a few family members who don't know how to use a meat thermometer. So, they just cook it long. So
You use the
Okay.
force to cook
Nice.
turkey. You don't use
That's
actual
right. That's right.
use the force. You just have to kind of think. Okay, so here is my top 5. So coming in at 5, and I did not do honorable mentions because like everything else other than my top 5 goes on an honorable mention list. So 5 is broccoli casserole. Yes, broccoli casserole. 4 is mashed potatoes with gravy.
Mm.
You've got to have the gravy. 3 is deviled eggs.
Yep, that's an honorable mention for me. I love deviled
So,
eggs.
What is wrong
so-
with you all?
So I have a funny story about deviled eggs. So to this day, I only eat 2 deviled eggs at a time because when I was a kid, I ate so many deviled eggs. Well, it was a ton of deviled eggs and frog legs, and I got really sick. And so my mom cut me off at 2 from then on for the rest of my life. So now even at 45, almost 46, like if I sneak a third one, I feel like I'm really breaking a rule. So
I like that it was the deviled eggs for sure was the problem, not the frog legs.
Yeah.
I kind of think that it was the frog legs, but
Maybe.
my mom is convinced it was the deviled eggs. So even, I mean, I'm almost 40. I'll be 46 in a month almost. And yeah. So, but if I eat 3, I feel like I'm like a rebel. And if I really, really want to be bad, I'll sneak a 4th one sometime in that evening.
Oh.
But anyway, all right. So 3 was deviled eggs. 2 is stuffing or dressing or whatever you want to call it. Like I could eat it by the plateful.
Absolutely.
But my number 1 is a dessert called Striped Delight. And I see you bowling. I had never heard of it either until coming into Aaron's family, and it's like graham cracker crust and like this like almost cheesecake level, and then there's like a pudding level, a chocolate pudding, and then like Cool Whip, and it's like heaven in a dish. So
Interesting. So
Yeah.
you fall on the side of that being a side dish.
Yeah, because listen, if you don't get it when you go through the line at Aaron's family, there's none left
Yep.
when you come back.
That's a pretty good defense. Like
That
I
is pretty
was
good.
ready to shoot this down, but that was well done.
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
So, I mean, it's gone. So you get it, you eat it as a side dish, and then you go back and do, I don't know, the pumpkin pie or whatever. But if you want the Striped Delight, you better get it first come through.
Nice. I'm not a fan of pumpkin pie, by the way.
Yeah, I like one pumpkin pie, and it's my mother-in-law's that she used to make before she went gluten-free, keto-friendly, all that kind of stuff. But she made it completely from scratch, no canned pumpkin or anything. But so I liked it, but the smell of pumpkin cooking makes me sick to my stomach to this
Really?
day. Oh, no, I can't. Like she would call and say to me, I'm cooking pumpkins today, so do not come by. So I can't stand it.
Yeah, my wife's apparently allergic to pumpkin, so if she eats it, she breaks out and stuff. Yeah.
No good. No bueno.
No bueno. Okay, I go next. All right, so my number 5 is one that I cheated a little bit because, and the only reason why I did it is because I ate these together, and it's the best way to eat it. And it's mashed potatoes and corn. You put them together. You put it together, and it's like a
Sure.
KFC bowl or something, And so
I mean,
I always
they
eat them
make
together.
a lot of money on their bowl. So
They do. It's really good together.
Now, see, I eat peas that way.
Okay.
Peas and mashed
Honestly, mashed potatoes, you can put anything in mashed potatoes and probably be good. Now, I don't like gravy.
Are
That's
you
probably
sure you're Appalachian? You realize this is
I-
the Appalachian Liturgy podcast. right?
yeah. So I like breakfast gravy. The white
I was
gravy.
about to
Gravy.
ask if it's all gravy or
No,
if
it's not
only-
all gravy. It's
Okay.
it's more of the like the KFC gravy. I hate that stuff. I
What?
also do not like turkey gravy, like that you coat the turkey. I do not like it. I put butter on my turkey.
So gravy
I'm
was
sorry, what?
almost, for
I
me,
put butter
gravy
on the
was like-
turkey.
gravy is almost its own side dish for me.
Wow.
Like no joke, on my plate, if I'm gonna take the turkey, there's gonna be stuffing, which is probably like a quarter of the plate, and then mashed potatoes, and then turkey, and then gravy over the whole thing.
Now, something that Renee does is when we go to KFC, she will get gravy as a side,
Yes.
and then she'll get a couple biscuits to dip the gravy in.
Yes. Renee and I can be friends. I'm
Yeah.
not sure about you,
Yeah,
Stacy.
but I do not like the gravy. Sorry. All right, so that was my number 5. My number 4, just simple baked beans. You know, Mom, the way she makes it, she puts quite a bit of beef in it, and it's really good. So
At Thanksgiving, a side dish?
uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't usually think of that for Thanksgiving. But,
Really?
I mean, I would eat it if it was there.
Yeah, they always make baked beans for Thanksgiving.
So I always think it's funny when you talk about like Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner that every family has their own traditions, and then you're like, you have what at your thing? What?
Yeah, potato chips.
Huh?
That's a side dish the day after Thanksgiving with my turkey sandwich. Potato chips.
You mean you all don't serve pizza rolls at Thanksgiving?
Yeah. All right. So my number 3 is cornbread salad. Have you all heard or had that?
Yes, not a fan.
Oh yeah,
I love it. Now, the way Mom makes it is they will, take the cornbread and they'll have a bunch of, they'll have like cucumbers and green peppers and tomatoes and a bunch of stuff in it. And then they'll put a ranch dressing as
See,
the
I'm
top.
out. Listen, I am out.
Really?
Oh, no. If you want,
You don't like
nothing
ranch?
with No.
Really? I eat ranch with everything.
Oh, no, like nothing. I don't eat ranch on anything. Aaron eats ranch. I can't even sit beside of him when he's eating ranch dressing on his salad.
What's wrong with you? Have you ever had that checked out? It seems like a medical issue.
No. So when you're like cornbread salad, I'm like, oh, no. Now,
and then you add the ranch on top of it, and it's like
I can just see the screenshots now. I mean, like I've already done so many faces. But now I will drink. I will eat cornbread and milk.
I've
do
done
you
that.
eat it with buttermilk or
No,
regular milk?
gosh.
No, I'm a
not
regular milk person, not a buttermilk
too.
person. But I mean, you give me a glass of cornbread and milk, and especially if the milk is like super cold, yes, like fill that sucker up with cornbread and pour milk over it.
Now, I don't think I've ever ate cornbread that way. I have drunk milk and ate cornbread, and it's fine. My favorite cornbread is Mexican cornbread with as many peppers as you can throw in it. Love it. Just absolutely.
Yep.
When my grandma was able, well, I mean, my late grandma, back when she was able many years ago to make Mexican cornbread, she would just fill the thing with jalapenos and banana peppers and just all kinds of stuff. And she would usually make me a pone of cornbread just for myself, just for me. But nobody can have a piece of this cornbread. This is mine.
So I just love the fact that you used to pone a cornbread. Like
that's Appalachian, right?
I was questioning when you said you didn't like gravy if you were truly Appalachian, but you just said
I redeemed myself.
Cornbread. So, buddy, your Appalachian card
has been restored.
I got my card back. All right.
Yeah, you got it.
But yeah, she would make a pone for me, and I would eat it all in one sitting usually, and then I would get sick. Like literally, I would get sick.
See, my mom would say, "You get 2 pieces, buddy. 2. You're cut off."
That's right. But I love it so much. It's so good.
So, interesting fact: I am an award-winning cornbread maker.
Really?
Nice. What'd you win today?
Everywhere I go, we have cooking contests because United Methodist pastors move around. I always win it for cornbread. Always.
Nice.
And chili.
Have you been in a contest in Gray yet?
No, because we haven't had the opportunity yet.
Right.
But
it's coming.
It's coming. Yeah.
Have you? What type of cornbread do you usually make?
I do a sweet cornbread. In fact, Aaron the other day said, "I'm so glad I married you because your cornbread is so good."
Nice.
And I was like, I hope that you are glad you married me for a lot of other things other than my cornbread.
Just the cornbread.
But I mean, that's
everybody
how good
has
my
lyrics to
cornbread
songs
is.
posted on the walls. You need to get that framed and put above your bed. I'm so glad I married you because you make good cornbread.
That's right. That's right.
If that tells you how good my cornbread is.
Now, I will say that a sweet cornbread is probably my second favorite type of cornbread. Like, I really like Jiffy. We make Jiffy in our house, and it's a sweet cornbread, and it's really, really good.
Well, this is my grandmother's recipe, and I'll teach anybody, but I think we have so gone out the rabbit hole. So
Don't
down
matter.
the rabbit hole.
This is what this is meant for.
Sorry. I've been craving human, like adult human interaction
There you go. Yeah.
for a while.
And you have to settle for us.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I missed y'all.
Semi-adults.
Listen, you don't poop your britches. I hope.
Flat.
I'm at that point.
No comment.
Oh Lord.
We have really went down a rabbit hole.
We're past
Yeah.
the rabbit hole.
We
now.
are. Let's
Okay.
move on. Let's move on
So-
from cornbread.
So you were at cornbread salad.
That was my
that's
number
crappy
3.
stuff with ranch. Ugh.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was my number 3. So my number 2 is sweet potato casserole,
Yes, sir.
topped with marshmallows. Love it. It's just
Okay. Confession, I hate sweet potatoes. Hate them.
You hate ranch
Why?
Do you
dressing.
like Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
Not
this is
really.
this is the worst holiday for you apparently.
So
Don't like turkey. Don't like
another thing, my corn or my sweet potato casserole is like out of this world because everybody wants me to bring it for Thanksgiving, and people are gonna be very disappointed tomorrow when they found out that I did not make sweet potato casserole.
So you make it, but you don't like to eat it.
No, I will not eat a sweet potato. I don't care if you call it a yam and put it on my plate. I ain't eating it. It's not happening.
I don't know what to say to that.
Incorrect, but sure.
That's incorrect. Yes. Okay, moving on. My number 1 is dressing / stuffing, whatever you want to call it. Any kind. I don't think I've ever had a bad. The only time that I've had stuffing that has been not to my taste is when there's too much onion in it. If someone puts onion in stuffing, it just kills it for me because I'm not a
So-
big onion fan.
For me, if the celery is chopped too big, I'm not a fan. But
I'll give
I'm
you
with you there.
Quick spoiler of mine. There is no stuffing on my list. There's none in the honorable mentions because I cannot stand it. I do
Well,
not
then
like it.
your list is disqualified. There's no point in going doing
Yep.
it, really.
If Brooke gets to say she doesn't like things, that's my one.
All right. Well, we spent 30 minutes on my list, so you can go now.
My fault, sorry. All right, Bull.
No, it was good. Yeah, mine is actually pretty similar to both your alls. It has a little bit of each, but like I said, it's spoiler alert. No stuffing. Don't like it. Can't stand it. It's nowhere near my list. But instead of stuffing, what I like to soak up things with, to clean your plate off, is my number 5, and that's just some good rolls. You have to have like really good rolls somewhere on Thanksgiving,
That's actually
especially with all the food you have on your plate to
a
clean it
good
up.
point. You have to
Absolutely.
have something to kind of scoop it up. The
Mhm.
remainder, yeah, you're a good.
Yeah.
Oh, a
you're a good point.
spoon.
No,
Yeah.
it's roll.
And number 4, to cure any dry turkey issues you may have, you can put gravy on it, but I prefer just dumping as much cranberry sauce as you can. Homemade is preferable, but I'll even take canned. It doesn't matter. And as much cranberry sauce
Again?
as you can, all the kinds.
Evidently make a bang up cranberry sauce. Don't eat it.
Okay, so
And it seems like you really
you
dislike
really
all
don't
the
like this
Thanksgiving
holiday.
foods
You really
possible.
don't. But I guess fun fact: I'd never had cranberry sauce growing up. Like nobody in my family ever made it or bought it because I guess none of them like it. So the first time I actually ever ate cranberry sauce, I believe, was at work when we had a
Really?
Thanksgiving meal. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm well into my adult age, right? And I love it. I love cranberry sauce. So
Yeah, I
Well,
do
I'll
too. I can
just
drink
cook
it.
for y'all, and y'all can just come eat all
hey,
the
that's
stuff I
fine
don't like.
if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, you will get 0 complaints. All right. Yeah. Number 3, sweet potato casserole. I tried to keep my list stuff that was like Thanksgiving-y, but yeah, sweet potato casserole is one I usually have more so on Thanksgiving than other times. And absolutely, it's one of my favorites. It can have the marshmallow topping. That's fine. You don't have to. Sometimes.
Agreed. It can just be sweet
yeah.
potatoes, and it's fine.
Absolutely.
It's fine. Yep.
Mine has candied walnut or candied pecans on the top.
Yeah. Mom makes
fine,
hers
too.
with that.
I'll
too.
eat it.
Yeah.
And number 2, broccoli casserole. I think Brooke had that in hers, and yeah, absolutely. That's a very specific holiday meal. You don't really fix it too often outside of Thanksgiving and Christmas and maybe Easter or something. But yeah,
I'm not a fan of
casserole,
broccoli
I love.
anything. Like I can eat it with ranch dressing.
Oh, what?
So I have ate
Oh.
it before, just from like a salad bar type thing, and dipped it in
Yeah.
ranch. So I've ate it that way, and it's okay that way. But I prefer just not to eat it.
I got darn close to having 2 broccolis on my list, but I'd wind up putting it as the honorable mention, the broccoli salad, the cold salad, with
Oh,
like
no.
the bacon and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
that
good.
almost made my list. But yeah, number 1, the quintessential holiday food is deviled eggs. It is
Yes.
absolutely deviled. And
Wow.
I do not limit myself to 2. I will go down the 4 or 5 route for those.
Love
some deviled
I'm
eggs.
just telling you, it takes a lot of self-control. But
Yeah, I do not have it.
the older I get, the more I'm fighting against the 2 rule. So I did think of an honorable mention.
Mhm.
Corn casserole.
I don't think I've ever had it.
I've had it, but yeah, it's not always on our meal, so it's not one that kind of comes to
Right.
mind when I think of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Good stuff. I mean, those are pretty good lists.
So you're right. This is not my favorite holiday.
We won't tell anybody.
But it's my kids love Thanksgiving.
So I know you said you're at your in-laws. So obviously you're
am.
celebrating what, a day early with
Yeah,
them, and then
so
going back.
Aaron and I were the first of our generation to get married.
Mhm.
And we were killing ourselves eating like multiple Thanksgiving meals on Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
So we actually moved Thanksgiving celebration with his family on Wednesday night. So we eat Wednesday night. So then all of us are now married. And so we're all free to do whatever we need to do on Thursday. And we love it because we are not in a hurry. We don't have to watch the clock. Like the kids can play and we can play rook or whatever we want to do and just enjoy being together rather than having to rush from one place to another. So
Yeah.
that's what we started doing.
Yeah.
So-
When Renee's granny was alive, we would usually partake in 2 Thanksgivings on Thanksgiving. And it just made the day miserable because once you eat that much,
Yeah.
there's nothing left but to just die for a day or
Food
two.
coma.
We still do 2 Thanksgivings, but luckily now they're split up a little bit more. When we first got married, my grandma always did her Thanksgiving about 2:30 or 3, and then her mom had always done it about 5. And they
Oh,
did it. I know that was disgustingly awful because you couldn't eat at either one. You felt like you didn't eat anything, and you were still overly stuffed. But at least now we're about like 1 and 6:30 now, so it's a little bit more doable. But it's still a lot of food in one day.
yeah. I
Yeah.
really like the Wednesday thing. So we're actually heading home after the meal tomorrow night
Mhm.
because we're cooking at my house for my parents and my grandparents who aren't going to travel anywhere. So we came down tonight to spend some time with Aaron's parents and stuff. And so then we'll return home tomorrow evening.
Very good. Yeah, we are doing our normal Thanksgiving at my parents' house on Thursday, and then at Renee's mom's, it's going to be the weekend after. So it's actually going to be the weekend of the 4th, I believe, 3rd or 4th. So it's well spaced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get it like a whole week and a half to.
that's right. To recover.
You can have like turkey sandwiches for days.
Yeah. And, I eat deli turkey not quite often, but often enough, I guess. But just turkey, Thanksgiving cooked turkey, I don't crave that very often. Really, it's once a year. And I get my fill of it. I will have a good week's worth of turkey. And
So
then I'm
we
done
do
again.
turkey at Christmas too. So we do turkey,
really?
Thanksgiving, Christmas, and sometimes Easter. But I've gotten to where I make the big turkey breast in my crock pot, and it's
okay.
delicious. So we eat it. In fact, so in Johnson City, Publix had their turkeys on sale for 47 cents a pound, and you could only limit 2. So we all went through the line. So like we are stocked for the year. So it
Nice.
actually contributed to the turkey shortage that everybody kept saying. So
Mom was saying that what we normally do is on Thanksgiving, it's usually turkey. Sometimes we'll have ham, But it's
We always
usually-
have ham,
well,
turkey and
it's
ham.
usually turkey. Sometimes it's both. But what we'll do is like if we had turkey on Thanksgiving, then on Christmas we're having ham. I mean, she liked to alternate, but apparently the price of ham has went up insane to where she's like, I think we're having turkey both times this year.
Yeah, I was glad Mom bought the ham this year.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Well, let's combine our lists and see. I know we had overlap. We had plenty of overlap.
All right, we had
a lot.
Was I the only one with mashed potatoes? on my
Nope.
list?
I had them. I had it with corn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we
I
can say
put them on there too. Yeah, we can put them
a
on
mashed potato mix with
Yeah.
something. So mashed potatoes would be on there.
You all
Stuffing.
both had stuffing. I wanted to protest it, but you can still have it.
Well, I'll give you sweet potatoes if you'll give me stuffing.
There you go.
We can
Sweet
make that deal.
potatoes,
We'll make that trade.
stuffing.
Deviled eggs have got to be on that list.
Deviled eggs will be there.
Absolutely.
And
So that's
cornbread
4,
salad.
right? What?
Cornbread salad.
No, you cannot put cornbread salad on the top 5.
Show me potato salad.
I just
Show me
thought
potato
it.
salad. What would be the 5th one?
We have some broccoli casserole overlap.
Oh, we do.
have,
Ugh.
That's it.
I guess that's what it's going to be, but I don't like it. So we got broccoli casserole, mashed potatoes, stuffing, sweet potato casserole. Did we say
Yes.
that?
Deviled eggs.
And deviled eggs.
It's deviled eggs.
Now I'm starving.
Who needs turkey when
Yeah.
you have all of that?
Exactly? Honestly, when I go back for seconds, it's
Never
usually I bypass turkey and just get a lot of stuffing and a lot of other things. Now
And
sometimes
let me just tell you,
I'll mix the turkey in my stuffing. Just throw it in there.
so and making a turkey is a pain in the tail.
I bet it is.
It is a pain in the tail.
I can remember Mom, like the day or the night before, or I think she would usually put it on because it seems like it takes forever to make in an oven
Yes.
too. Doesn't it?
Yes.
And I
So
saw
now-
things on Facebook, people sharing like, last Sunday you needed to put it in the fridge if your turkey weighed so much pounds. I'm
Right.
like, oh my gosh, I can't plan a week and a
Mom,
half.
they would
Yes.
they would thaw it out by bath water. Like I can remember them
Yeah.
putting the thing in the
So-
bathtub.
I thaw mine out. Like I started thawing mine on Sunday, and it's in a brine.
Mhm.
So it sits in a brine for 2 days, at least 2 days in the fridge. So a saltwater brine with maybe some wine and some other fruit juices and all kinds of things. And then you stuff the cavity with all kinds of fruits and onions and things that you don't eat those later. And then you put butter underneath the skin.
Mm.
Like you pull the skin up and stuff it with butter. It's so good. So you can see why I'm a very picky turkey person. Like if you just throw that sucker in the oven and that's all you do to that thing, it ain't worth eating.
Now, have you all smoked your turkeys before?
Dad is smoking a turkey this time.
Nice.
I would love
Yeah.
to try a smoked turkey, and I would like to try a deep fried turkey.
Oh
I've
my
never tried any
gosh.
of
Oh, I bet
those
that's
and
good.
heard
You
so
have
many good
never
things.
had a moisture turkey unless you had a deep fried turkey.
I bet so.
Yeah.
Except deep fried turkeys can explode.
So I've been told. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But so I'll let you know about the smoked turkey.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, give us a
let know.
review.
That's right. The Yelp review of your dad's smoked turkey. All right. Good stuff. Well, I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I hope you enjoy time with your friends and family. And peace be to you. Have a good night. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really hope you got some enjoyment out of the podcast this week. Remember to check out our website, www.appalachianliturgy.com, and follow us on all of our social medias. If you want an easy way to support us, though, make sure to subscribe to our channels and like our videos on YouTube. Also, join our email list for updates and let us know how we're doing. See you next week, everyone. Appalachian Liturgy Podcast is a JRS Studios production.